Hello, everyone. Welcome back, my lovelies. Let's see if there's anybody around tonight. This is the Late Late Show. It is almost midnight here where I'm at, and I can't sleep. And I was wondering if anybody was around and wanted to hang out, maybe chat, see what's going on. I just come from the Vault of Nightmare stream with him and Chris Cat over there. We talked about missing persons and national parks, and we talked about dogmen and aliens and Sasquatch and the flannel man. And so I just finished that stream. Hey, John. And so I thought I'd see if anybody was up this late. Like I said, it's almost midnight here. It's 15 to midnight. And of course, I can't sleep. So I thought if I'd see if anybody wanted to hang out. Hey, Doug, just leaving for work. Hugs. Hugs back, Doug. Hey, Big Cole. Good to see y'all. Like I said, I didn't know if anybody would even be around or if anybody would still be up. Like I said, I know we're on all different time zones, but I figured, I'd try and see what the late crew was like, or the late crew, let's say that way, because it is getting pretty late here. But did y'all catch Vault Show? Any of y'all in chat catch Vault Show? What did y'all think about it? I personally didn't know a lot of the I didn't have a lot of insight on the missing persons aspect of it and the Hey David, you missed it. Like I said, I didn't have very much to add into about the missing persons except for the Lisa Lamb that was brought up in chat. Where she was found at the Cecil Hotel in the water tank. That I have delved into. I've watched many docuseries and other YouTubers mystery shows about Lisa Lamb. It's pretty interesting, but at the end of the day, my personal opinion about the Lisa Lamb case is that I think she, even though she suffered a lot of mental illness, um I think she ended up having a manic episode, of course, with paranoia being part of it and stuff like that. And I think she ended up. They showed how she could have gotten in one of the videos I did see. They did show how she could have gotten into the tank. I don't remember exactly how they showed how she done it, the scenario of how she could have done it. Excuse me. But I do remember seeing that they said yes, she could have gotten into the tank herself. Um, and think about it, if you get in there and you can't get out and you start getting tired and your clothes are soggy and wet, you're going to take your clothes off. And so I think she was trying to get out of the tank and literally couldn't. And my personal opinion is it was an accidental drowning. That's my take on the Lisa Lamb case. You're free to form your own opinion of it. You're free to go do your own research of it. But I just seen that brought up in chat, and I know that's something that I have kind of looked into. The mind is a crazy thing, and it can cause us to have I did, Big Hole. I did jam the song. I did. Thank you. Um I I find that the mind is terrifying and fascinating all at the same time, and um, it can cause you to do crazy things, especially when you are having a manic episode, you are having a chemical misfire, a chemical imbalance in your brain. I think it can cause us, even genetically, I think it can cause us a lot of issues. And I think when we're pushed so far without the necessary help or treatment sometimes, that we can we can do the craziest of things and under the best or worst circumstances. That's just my opinion. Also, like I said, I'm back on StreamYard. No more bubbles for a month. So we're good to go on that. Y'all don't have to worry about my frozen bubbles. Your mind can lock you into an illusion. You're right, Bicole, it actually can. I have a story about that. Anytime I get my monthly, I get a headache. And this may be TMI for the guys, but bear with me. Well, there was one time, right as the pandemic started, that I got a headache. And I took some Midol, and the headache stayed with me all day. And later that day, I took some more Midol. And by that evening, I was incoherent. My speech, I was slurring my speech. I was wobbly. I couldn't really walk. By that night, I got out of bed to use the restroom and completely thought I was in the restroom and was standing in my bedroom and peed in my brand new shoes. And I thought I was in the restroom. My son was standing in front of me. I was fully clothed. And my bald at the time cleaned me up, was worried about me, got me back to bed, was trying to assess what was going on. And I started seeing these things come out of the wall. And Shelly, they thought later on, we thought we had called, this happened over a span of a weekend, where the whole weekend, it was a good over 24 hours, I was out of it. I was seeing things like the room would be black, but it wasn't. I was seeing neon things come out of walls, neon creatures. I was drunk. I was dizzy. I couldn't lift my head. Vault tried to feed me. I ate one noodle and couldn't eat any more. I was on and off of sleep. He called my psychiatrist office and asked them maybe it was a mix of the medication I was on and the Midol. And the lady said, maybe wait till tomorrow morning and see if it wears off. If not, take her to the ER. And Vault said, okay. Well, the next morning, Sunday morning, this happened Friday night, Sunday morning, I woke up and I was back to normal in a way, but I was very weak. I was as weak as a newborn baby deer. And I could barely walk. I could barely speak. I could barely move. It's like I had no control over my body whatsoever. And it took weeks of me trying and crying and pushing myself to try to get back right. And we thought eventually maybe it was a mini stroke I had. But it wasn't, as far as we know. There is a headache that you can get that has every symptom of a mini stroke, but it is a headache. That is what I had. I had every symptom of a stroke patient, but it was a headache. I have not had it since happened. After that, to be honest with you guys, it seems like my life has went downhill. I never got fully better. I started having my back problems, and that's when I started not being able to walk and stand for long periods of time. And like I said, over time, everything has just progressed to where now it is both my feet. Over the past weekend, like I said, my left foot now has suffered just as much as my right foot. Um, so, but it ended up being just a headache. Just a headache. And it scared the shit out of me, you guys. And I told Vault that day, I said, if I ever get like that again or start getting like that again, immediately carry me to the ER. Don't wait. Don't hesitate. Carry me. Because that scared me so bad. I still have trauma from that. I still have trauma from seeing things coming out of walls. Hey, Arlene. But I have not since had an issue or a headache like that ever again. Thankfully. Knock on wood so far. But our minds are curious things. The things that we go through and the things that we can think of and the things that we see and how we can pervert it, and not in a bad way, but we kind of twist sometimes the reality of what is, just because that's the way our minds work. And that's when they say, even if two people witness something, there's always going to be two different stories. No story is going to be exactly the same, because your reality is not the same as somebody else's reality. What you witness is not the same as what somebody else has witnessed, because your personal thoughts, your personal feelings, and everything go into that. And that's why no two witnesses, no two encounters will ever be completely exactly the same. So I have to think about all these people, as we were talking earlier, about all these missing people in the woods, and what it must be like to be a family member and not know what's going on. Um, it's crazy. It's crazy to think that you're sitting there all this time and you don't know what happened to your loved one. You know, was it a serial killer? Did they just get lost and fall off a ravine? Was it Sasquatch? Was it aliens? Was it Dog Man? Was it Otter Man? Was it the Jaguar people? Hey, Michael. Hi, everybody that's coming into chat and everybody that's lurking and listening. Hi, how are you? Like I said, this is just the late show. We're just chatting. But I can't sleep. I don't know why I can't sleep. Well, I do. I'm kind of stressed, and I've got a little bit of anxiety going on. I've had anxiety all evening, but I'm so anxious right now. Literally, y'all, I'm sweating. Yes, or the Fae, Arlene, exactly, or the Fae. I feel for the families that are left behind. And I hope maybe one day. Shelley says, Lakay, I just read an article that mammals have naturally occurring DMT in levels sufficient to affect neural function. Oh, in levels sufficient to affect neural function. Oh, okay. But yeah, like I said, my anxiety's up. I don't know why it is. I guess because the past 2 days have been 2 bad days for me. But It's up so high, like I'm actually sweating, and I'm not even hot. I've got the air conditioner going. I could turn a fan on if I want, but I don't feel like the noise, to be honest. So I thought I would do the Late Late Show, hang out with you guys. Hey Bear, how are you? Like I said, I'm sorry that I didn't have a whole lot to chip in into Fault in Chris's show tonight. I appreciate them inviting me on, of course. I always appreciate anybody that invites me on. I'm very thankful. Um, Shelly, maybe. I don't know. Um, but it was a good show at Vaults. I thought it was a really good show. It was very interesting and I learned a lot. A lot of stuff I didn't know. Um, I thought it was I thought it was pretty good. Like I said, yeah, I know I'm normally not on this time at night, and I didn't figure there'd be a whole lot of people around. Uh, but I thought I'd give it a go and let's hang out and see where our chat leads to. You needed to catch the live stream with me, Arlene. Miss Arlene, I'm so glad you're here. Anybody else hear whispers when the fan is on? Um, I used to think I heard people talking in the fan, to be honest. Years and years ago. I don't know if I still think that. Ooh, first yawn of the night. Excuse me. But I used to think I heard talking in the fan if the fan was on. Michael says, I missed the show with the Bigfoot skull. I need to check that out. Yes, Michael, you do. There were a lot of people that agreed and disagreed over there about that show. It's a take it for what you will. Take it as your own interpretation. Bald is just giving you his thoughts and opinions. Chris is giving you her thoughts and opinions. It was a really good show. Susan says, I'm still awake listening. I sleep about 4 hours a night. Um, I've been sleeping about 4 hours a night, unfortunately. I'm one of those 8-hour sleepers. However, I have not been sleeping very well. I don't know what's going on with me. I feel like you guys, I feel like my whole world is just upside down right now. My sleeping pattern's off, my emotions are off, my feelings are off. I just feel like everything's off. You're asking the wrong person because Alf was sitting on my couch for 50 minutes and can only see him in reflection, not directly. Wrong person I meant. I got you. I got you, Shelly. But like I said, I thought we could chat, see what was going on. If you did catch the live stream a while ago, if you did, and you heard the OnStar call that sounded like a dog in the beginning. No, John, I actually have not saged my house recently. I have not. Um, but if you heard the OnStar call and it sounded like a dog, and then you heard a woman scream and then a man holler, do you think that was a real OnStar call? What's your opinion? And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you have to go back and watch tonight's live stream over at the Vault of Nightmares, and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. They do, I think Truth plays it. There was an OnStar call, but my thing is, was it real? Does OnStar really sound that way? Was it staged? Lakaya, do you check your biorhythm data chart app? Nope, I don't. I'm the type of person that I will worry the shit out of myself if I even think something is wrong, and I will jump to the worst case scenario. Um, so I try to not pay attention because it gives me high anxiety, and it will actually create a panic attack. It's hard to say if that was real or not. The OnStar guy sounded too calm, but anything is possible for sure. Yeah, that's my thoughts too, WWA. Hey Derek, how are you? I thought the same thing. I thought he sounded a little too calm, especially, hearing them say it's a big standing dog or dog-like creature or something like that. Because I would have asked, are you serious? Describe it. Are you serious? Um, but I was just curious in other people's opinion of the OnStar call because that's one that kind of tripped me up there. It made me question it. But if it's real, I will say this: I would not have wanted to have been that couple. If that OnStar recording was real, I would not have wanted to been that couple. And I hope they survived, and I hope they're okay and living out their life happy and healthy. Because it sounded like it would have been a really bad scenario. Arlene said, I don't know enough about OnStar, so I can't determine if it's real. Me either. I've never had OnStar. Yeah, as soon as they said that one, I would think head injury plus rollover. They should have immediately contacted 911. Yeah, that's kind of my thinking too. Um, Susan said, I thought it was strange the OnStar operator never said help was on the way. You'd think he'd say something to that. Yeah, that's also, but as the guy said though, it sounds like it got cut off. So maybe that's what the OnStar guy was trying to say or planning to say or fixing to say, and it got cut off. So, we couldn't hear the rest of the call. Michael said, I'm way behind, been working a lot, so I need to catch up. Well, Michael, hey, Roth, there's not a whole lot to catch up over here on my channel with, unless you want to hear me bawl and cry the last 2 days. And sniffle and snort and woe is me. There's a lot over at Vault's channel, though, you can catch up on. He's had a lot of good live streams lately. Uh, He said the state police were on the way, but it was weird the way he said it. Oh, okay, WWA. I didn't hear that. I didn't catch that part either. I don't know if I just didn't hear it or if we were talking over that part. I have no idea. I didn't catch that part. I still think the whole thing is weird. I think it's suspect. That doesn't mean it's not real. That doesn't mean it's fake. I just think it is suspect. Now, if there's a follow-up article or something about what happened to the people or what happened to the vehicle, or if there's somewhere where they said they had a sighting or an encounter, that'd be different. Something plausible to go along with it. I'm cool with that. Would be ASAP though, I think, because the only thing that usually holds that up is location, and OnStar knew that. But like I said, it's just very suspect to me. That's just my little opinion. Take it with a grain of salt. Don't downplay your channel, Miss Lakay. I think you're great. Thank you, Bear. I think you're great too. Um, I had a really good conversation with a friend earlier, and I kind of feel better. Not totally better, but I kind of feel a little bit better. Ross says, I know that account of the OnStar call was a rather old one. I agree completely, Lakaya. The other recording was super scary. That guy screaming was heartbreaking, and that growl or whatever it was terrifying. Yes. Now that one, y'all, I'm not gonna lie. I'm glad y'all couldn't see me. I literally had my hands over my ears. When Chris said, be warned, I literally put my hands over my ears. I could hear a little bit coming through. But I really couldn't I couldn't fathom that one. I couldn't handle it. Shell said, yep, I screenshotted it when he played it. It said 2006 in Troy, Michigan. We'll check it out. Okay. But yeah, that one, that audio, made me, I don't know, it kind of touched home with me a little bit. That's why, like I said, I literally covered my ears up. I prefer not to hear somebody in what I consider their death state, them dying. It will stay with me forever. I'm very sensitive to stuff like that. And people in pain, I'm very sensitive to stuff like that. And so I try not to subject myself to things like that, because it will literally haunt me. It will give me nightmares. It will keep me up at night. I will not sleep for months at a time. I will be a panicked mess. It will give me panic attacks. So like I said, I could barely hear it. It was muffled, but I did cover my ears up. I'd be lying if I said I haven't heard or didn't know what that kind of attack sounded like. Well, Roth. Same here. It was hard to listen to that recording. I agree. It was very hard. Like I said, I try not to subject myself to that stuff. So, hands over the ears like a child it went. So, that's what I did. Michael says you're a nurturing woman, so it's understandable. Thank you, Michael. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. But like I said, it was a good live stream over there at Vaults tonight. I'm glad Truth and Bass were there and got to show up. For those that were over there in chat, Old Ghost did email me back. He did email me. I had an email waiting on me. So I thought that was pretty sweet. Hey, Kurt. Long ride home back to San Antonio. My night is better. Like I said, I talked to a friend who kind of is in a similar situation that I'm in a sense. Not really, but is, but isn't. We're just two sides of the same coin. And being able to converse with somebody that kind of understood where I was coming from, let me be able to express how I was feeling, and I was able to get it out. Did calm me down some. I'm not gonna say it really made me feel better, but it calmed me down some. Roth, was there by chance an infrasound component to that incident? Shelley wants to know. That's right, Susan. Once you hear and see something that is disturbing, you can't unsee it or unhear it. It will stay with you forever. And like I said, I'm so sensitive to stuff like that. Hey, Chica. Thank you for stopping by. I'm so sensitive to stuff like that I try not to subject myself to that. Hey Crow, how are you? Want to know why Mayberry was so peaceful? Ross says the audio was so affected by either pixelation or scrubbing that I couldn't hear any. I was intentionally trying to figure that out and didn't get anything. I'd have to listen to the raw audio. Crow, what have you been doing? And that's the one thing that let me bring this up while I can. That's the one thing that I don't like sometimes about StreamYard. They were all single except for Otis and he stayed drunk. uh is when I'm on somebody else's channel and I'm on StreamYard, uh I can't go into the YouTube side of chat. So I'm not able to say hey to everybody. And I'm not able to oh Lord, did I lose my lighter? I'm not able to say hey to everybody, and I'm not able to. Where did my damn lighter go? Converse with everybody like I can. I started Vaults and Chris video late, but finished the replay. The shows are so awesome. Oh, that's awesome, Chica. I'm a little under the weather, Miss Lakaya. Hope you're doing well. Oh, Crow, I hate that. I'm so sorry. By the light of the silvery moon. Y'all hold on. I'm trying to find my lighter. Okay. I found a lighter. Doesn't mean it's the right lighter. And I bet you this one don't even work. It worked enough. I like listening to you, Lakaya, because you have a relaxing voice. Helps calm me. Oh, thank you, Chica. Hey, GNA. Hey, Gloria. How are you? You're up late. But, yeah, that's the only thing bad about being on somebody else's live stream is when we're on the StreamYard side, I'm not on the YouTube side, so I can't type in chat on my phone. And I had let Lethal, my oldest son, borrow my computer. He's been borrowing it for about a month or two now. And it was a new computer. And wouldn't you know, the damn thing went out. I learned this earlier today, actually this morning. That I no longer have a laptop. My laptop went completely out. And it was the GPU, GPGU, G something. And we got to looking, and it is just easier for me to go and save up and to purchase another brand new one instead of trying to fix that one. Yeah, blessings, Crow. Get you a good nap. Maybe you'll feel better. But so that happened today, or it happened yesterday, and I found out about it today. But like I said, I just feel like my little world has went kind of into a little shithole for a while. But I'm trying to swim out of it, you guys, the best I can. I've been trying to swim out of my little black hole all evening. So bear with me. You know, it may take me a little bit, but bear with me. I'm trying, you guys. I'm trying so hard. Man, I'm hot. And it's cold in my room, like cold. Like my feet are cold, but the rest of my body is sweating. Like I am burning up. I can tell my anxiety or something's up. Because I never get like this. Bear me too. Bad luck all the way. Every time I turn around. And if it's not one thing, it's something else. And then when you throw your own emotions in it and your own thoughts in it and your head's running away from you and your mouth's running one way and your feelings another, it can create a really bad situation, which is what I found myself stuck in. A really bad situation. So you guys tell me, why are y'all up? What time is it where you're at? It is 12:20 a.m. here, Central Time. So it's the late show, folks. Yeah, anxiety sure can be torturous. It really can be. 1:20 where you're at in PA. Oh wow. You're in Cali, so it's only after 10 p.m., but it feels like after 2 a.m. Oh, you're all the way across there, chicka, from me. Susan's in the Mobile area, so she's Central Time. 10:19 where Gloria's at. Ross naturally up at night until dawn. David says it's 10:20 in Washington State, so he's up late all the time anyway. So this is normal for David apparently. And John's on Central Time, also North Texas. All right. Like I said, I got off the live stream with Vault and talked for just a minute, and I was about to, and I checked my emails. Huh? Like I said, I had to go run and check my email, and then I was sitting here thinking, well, do I want to watch videos? Because I couldn't sleep. I was thinking, do I want to watch videos? I didn't want to surf Facebook. There's nothing on Facebook anyway. 12:20 a.m. in Northwest Indiana, and still swinging a hammer and sawzalling, unfortunately. But thanks for something to listen to while I'm helping my cousin. Oh, that's okay, James. Y'all don't work too hard now. David, your sleep schedule is shit. So is mine. Like, I tried literally to sleep all day today. I tried to nap the day away, but I finally had to get up and do my lunch stream. Michael got out of work at 11 p.m., now relaxing and listening to me. Well, thank you, Michael. I appreciate that. I appreciate all of you that stop by and give a listen and give a like and subscribe to the channel. I greatly appreciate every single one of you. It's hard doing this. I'm not gonna lie. This is not like y'all think it's easy sometimes in here just talking. No, it's hard. It's hard work. Because I don't just sit here and read comments. I read comments and I pay attention to chat most of the time, but I still talk with y'all and I talk about topics and I talk about subjects and I talk about me and it's hard. And sometimes if you want to talk about a topic, it's hard coming up with the topic. It's not unless you've got somebody on stream with you to bank off of and just to have a good time with. It's hard when you're flying solo. It's not the easiest. Well, maybe chatting now will help you feel better, Lakaya. Chica, I sure hope so. I sure hope so. I'm going to stream a little bit longer, and then I think I'm going to take something for anxiety. I think I'm going to lay down and relax. Chica says, oh, I always wonder how people can talk on YouTube. You do really well, Lakaya. Very smooth, in my opinion. That's why I enjoy listening. Arlene says, I know it's hard. You're very good at this. You keep your conversation going all by yourself. Why, thank you. Um, what I do is, even if there's nobody here in the chat, because it tells me, like, if I have somebody, usually, like, the numbers will vary, but usually it'll tell me if I have somebody peeping in watching, even if they don't even say anything in chat. So what I do is, even if it says 0, I try to carry on a conversation as if I'm talking to a single person, and eventually, hopefully, somebody will follow and flow into chat. And it's easy to bank off y'all, because we can carry on a conversation back and forth, and I carry on a conversation with y'all as if y'all are here in front of me. That's the way I'm able to do it. I literally, it's almost like literally picturing y'all. Sometimes I look up in front of me, actually, at the wall, and I will talk, and I won't even look at chat, because I want to either make a point, and I don't want to get lost in my point, or I want the person that I'm speaking to feel as if I'm speaking just to them. I would need a script. Chica, now in the beginning, I did write a script, and that was my number one mistake. And I'm going to tell you why. A script can be helpful. However, I wrote out a full script of what to say, how to read it, what to talk about, so I wouldn't get lost. Um, and two things happened. I realized that I read too fast, and by the time I got through with reading my script off to everybody, only 5 minutes would have passed. And then what else are you going to talk about for another 45 minutes? So that was my mistake number one. And my mistake number two is I realized that being scripted was not allowing me to be me. It was allowing me to show only a part of me. And I wanted to be able to show all of me. I wanted, which I know I use my picture. That is my picture. Yes, it does have a filter over it. See, I'm not going to lie. I'm truthful. That is a Snapchat filter over that picture. But I do look like that. Um, but one day soon, when I'm ready, I will start turning on my camera. I'm just not quite there yet. Just not quite there yet. I don't know why. I work better with the picture up there than having to focus on if I'm in focus. Can y'all see me? Is the light good? That's stuff that I don't want to worry with right now. It's too much for me. Crow said, I asked for strength and God gave me differently to make me strong. I asked for wisdom, he gave me problems to solve. I asked for courage and he gave me problems to overcome. Yeah. I asked for love. He gave me troubled people to help. My prayers were answered. Good night. Blessings to all. Blessings to you, Crow. That was beautiful. Thank you. Doug said, listening and driving in West Louisiana and East Texas. Michael says, every stage of our lives is a test. I believe it. My thing is, I feel like I've been tested so much. Like, can I get my passing grade now? Like, I'm tired of being tested. I want my passing grade. I want my A plus on my test with my smiley sticker that scratch and sniff, a grape one. And I want to go about my merry way. I'm tired of the test in life. And I know they're gonna come repeatedly the rest of my life. I know this. But man, like I just feel like I need a break. and not a break in a sense like vacation break. I just need I need something good to happen. You know, I need something to remind me. Yeah, sometimes when it rains it really pours. You're right. You're right. Sometimes when it rains it really pours, and water's the best cleansing tool there is. However, too much water and you drown. So, you know, sometimes life, they say life gives you lemons, make lemonade. Well, I like lemonade enough, but you know, if they give me lemons, I'm gonna be pretty pissed off because I want like the ice cubes, the honey, the whole glass, the crushed ice with it, the straw. Like I want the whole thing. Don't just give me a little sample cup of lemonade. Like I'm greedy. I want the whole jug. That's just me though. Ross says, trust me, especially the people who are in it thick in this spiritual and paranormal for life. You're never not being tested in this world. Yeah, true that. True that. Life's all about testing. But, you know, like I said, sometimes it can be a little too much. And the past 2 days have been way too much for me to handle and handle alone. That's what I'll say. It's been way too much for just one person to handle. So, who knows? Who knows what's in store from here on out? I have no idea. And tomorrow is a new day. I may feel completely different tomorrow than I did the past 2 days. I surely hope so. I surely hope so. Hopefully we can get back on the topics of cryptids and Bigfoots and what's going on in the news and what's everybody having for supper. And Ross says the world's outside this one. There are long periods where the tests are over and you get to enjoy it. Wow. Call me greedy, but I want to enjoy life now. You know, I feel like I've done my due diligence. I put in my years of marriage. I put in my years of raising kids. Like I want my own little piece of happiness. I want my own little piece of serenity. We all have trials and tribulations to overcome. It's how we deal with it that really matters. True. And I'm going to be the first one to say I have flubbed. I have failed miserably. I have absolutely failed. And I'm not ashamed to say that. I have no shame in admitting that I have absolutely failed the trials and tribulations of life. I have failed every single time. And then I've gotten up and I've tried again and I have failed again 2 or 3 times. I've not had an easy life. I've had a hard life. Seems like a long life. But then again, when I look at it, it seems so short. And I feel like time is against me. And I feel like time is running away from me. And the clock's ticking down. And so I'm trying to get in everything that I can fit in right now. That's probably the wrong way to go about it. Nobody ever said I was right in anything I've ever done. But Um, Susan said, "We've all failed at life at times. You're not alone." Yeah. Michael says, "Never be ashamed. We're human. Just admit it, take accountability, correct it, and move on." Oh, I try. I try to always take accountability, even if it's later and I didn't recognize the flaw or mistake at the time. When it's finally brought to me, I do try to take accountability for it. Um, I correct it if possible. I apologize for it, and I do try to move on. But sometimes things just tend to follow us. Um, Actions, they say, have consequences, and sometimes our consequences follow us through life. It happens. It really happens. Shelley said, "Repeated failure means you keep trying. That's key." Yes, ma'am. Sometimes, though, it's so easy to want to give up. I don't know why, but I think that's one flaw that us humans have, is we're easily susceptible to giving up. Um, Even though sometimes I think it's necessary to give up and give in, especially if it's going to cause you mental anguish or harm. But all I want to do is help others, Chica says. When I lost my counseling job in 2020, I felt so lost because I was no longer helping students, but now I'm helping my family a lot. Chica, that's great that you're helping your family a lot. That's a good thing. That's a wonderful thing. Arlene said, "I lost my husband 17 years ago when I was 50, and I've just learned to be happy with myself." Arlene, you are a strong, beautiful woman, and I am blessed to call you my friend. Very blessed to call you my friend. And I'm glad you caught one of my live streams. But don't ever worry about missing any of my live streams. They're always on replay. You can always catch up anytime. But don't ever fret about missing one. Like I said, I was started to take the Soulful Sunday live stream down, where I get extremely raw and personal. And I think I have decided to leave it up. I want people to, when they come to my channel and they go through my channel, if they happen to find that video, I want them to hear honesty, and I want them to hear truth and rawness and realness, because I think that's something that's kind of hard to find sometimes in life, because we can all tend to be jaded at times. Chica says, "I think we in this group are helpers, humanitarians." I wouldn't doubt it. Susan said, when my husband passed in 2010, I was the only one awake. 3 days later, crying, I said out loud, how am I going to live in this world without you?" And clear as a bell, I heard him say, "One foot in front of the other, Susan. One foot in front of the other." Susan, that's absolutely beautiful. I have asked that same question uh, a multitude of times, and I didn't get an answer like that. I did get an answer, but I didn't get an answer like that. I've had to do that so many times these past 12 years. You do not give up. You are much appreciated here. Thank you, Miss Susan. And you're appreciated as well. And thank you for sharing that with all of us. I know that couldn't have been easy for you. And I'm sorry for your loss. I think a loss of any type is hard to swallow. Any type of loss is hard to swallow. Today would be our 38th anniversary. Oh, Miss Susan. And I'm sure that he is looking down upon you, Miss Susan, sending you tons of anniversary blessings and lots of love. So happy 38th anniversary. Because just because they're not there doesn't mean the anniversary stopped. Their memories still live on. And I hope, Miss Susan, that you have an awesome day today. I hope it is everything you need and more. Shit. Man, that one got my heartstrings. Ross said, to look in a more positive direction, I've been softly trying to get Chaos Theory Productions to get to making shows again when he's able. I'm sure he's got some new stuff and wants to ask me questions. Roth, that's good. Chaos is a great guy. Maybe he'll do an interview with you. That would be amazing. That would be spectacular. I can't wait. I know he's been busy lately. Miss Susan says, I pray for you to have happiness and send you positive thoughts your way. Thank you, Miss Susan. Thank you very much. Wow, this stream turned, didn't it? It's the Late Late Show, everybody. We talk about feelings over here. If you got a feeling, come sit by me. I'm sure to make you cry within 10 minutes. Just hold your britches. Or y'all are sure to make me cry one. Me and a really good friend were talking earlier, as I said. We were talking about unconditional love. And he said something to me that really was profound to me. I was talking about supporting Vault And I was talking about supporting Chris and how people still come at me sideways saying you're better than I am, and I couldn't do that, and how could you handle this, and are you nuts, and are you not mad, or you not this, or you not that. And he told me, he said, Lakaya, he said, you know why you're so supportive? And I said, no, I just feel like it's the right thing to do. I love Vault as my best friend. Vault loves Chris. Vault is my family. So therefore, Chris is my family. That's just the right thing to do. She is an extension of him. He is an extension of my boys. It's just the right thing to do. He said, no, Lakaya. He said, it's because you have unconditional love. He said, when you love, there are no conditions put on it. You love unconditionally. And I was like, yeah, you're right. I was like, yeah, you're right. I didn't think of it that way. I never thought of it that way. To me, there was no other option. There was never another option in my life. There was never an option to be mad because I wasn't. There wasn't an option to be bitter because I'm not. There 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 was no other option. But seeing my best friend, an extension of my family, beautifully happy meant the world to me because I know I couldn't give that. I could not give him that happiness, and she can. And that's beautiful to me because his happiness means everything to me. And my friend said, that's why it's unconditional love. And I was like, damn, you're right. You're really right. And I'd never thought about it before. I'd never thought of it that way. I never looked at it that way. Unconditional love never crossed my mind. Never crossed my mind that that's what unconditional love is. And I realize I'm blessed because I have unconditional love back. Because they want nothing but to see me happy. And they want to see me okay. And they want to see me succeed. And they consider me family. But my friend said that's why people don't understand the dynamic y'all have. He said because a lot of people don't understand unconditional love. He said a lot of people can't relate to unconditional love. He said they don't know what it is. They've never felt it. They've never had it. They've never experienced it. They've never given it. And that made me feel sorry for all those people that have wrote to me wanting me to be angry, wanting me to be bitter, wanting me to be unkind, wanting us to fight online. And I felt bad for them because that made me realize how blessed I am. Not only am I blessed to give unconditional love without conditions, without boundaries, just openly, I want you to be happy. I love you. Your happiness means something to me. Regardless of what it is, as long as you're happy and healthy, that's all that matters to me. I will still be here. I will always be here. And to know I have that same option, I feel so blessed. Extremely beyond blessed. And I was telling him about the black hole, I call it, that I've been in for 2 days. And he told me, that's okay. It's okay to feel that way. But that it'll come in waves. And in a couple days, it may be fine. And in a couple more, it may come back. And it may be like that for a little while. It may be like that for a long while. But that it's okay. And it made me feel better. It made me look at the situation a bit differently. So I am hoping tomorrow when I wake up that my mind will not be in this black hole of despair. That maybe I will have a better outlook on life. That maybe I'll wake up with a smile on my face. Who knows? Maybe I won't hurt tomorrow. Maybe my feet won't hurt. I don't know until tomorrow gets here. Well, it's already here, but still. Chica says, some are too quick to judge, go by society's rules. That's true. I'm finding out that a lot, that if you're anything different than the norm, people tend to frown upon it. I guess when you break up, the norm is to not like the person, fight with the person, stalk the person, hurt the person, chase the person, beg the person. I don't know. I have times where I get depressed and have my own pity party. I've learned it's okay to have these feelings as long as I don't unpack my bags and stay there. Yes, Susan, that's about where I'm at. I'm trying to not unpack my bags. I'm trying not to unpack my bags. I'm actually trying to pick my bags up and to walk out. That's what I'm trying to do. Chica, I say screw the norm with certain things too. What's normal anyway? This world is so diverse in everything. What is normal anymore? The normal household does not look like mother, father, brother, sister. That's not a normal household anymore. And a dog. Y'all number 2. Excuse me. What is norm? Hey, Destiny, your bags got thrown away a long time ago and you've been living in it for years. Oh my goodness. Girl, we're gonna have to dig you out with me. I'll tell y'all what I am ready for. I'm ready for fall. I'm ready for cozy socks. I'm ready for hot cocoa season. And I'm ready for pumpkins. And I am ready for. I don't think I'll ever be ready for Halloween ever again, but uh, I still love fall. Michael loves summer. Michael, I just can't take the heat. I'm sorry. It's too much for me. Plus, in the fall, it rains more here, so I love the rain. I don't like the lightning storms like we had the other day, but I love the rain. Well, you guys, I think I'm going to call it. It was good sitting up chatting with you guys. I had a good time. I had a good time talking about everything. Thank you all for keeping up with me and staying here at this late hour. I hope you have a good day tomorrow. Hope you don't work too hard. Hope you have an awesome breakfast and lunch. I will try to be on at lunch, and I do say try. Good night, everyone. Hugs, love, and blessings. See you guys later. Good night.